DC has a problem, one that's been plaguing them for quite some time and may continue to do so in the future. And that problem is that their live action movies aren't nearly as good as their animated ones. Obviously, this is a generalization. Some of the greatest superhero and blockbuster movies ever made are inspired by DC Comics, but on the whole, DC's animation is much more respected by fans. Why is this? Why can't DC shift their success in animation to the big screen? A logical place to start would be with DC's ability to adapt. Much of the frustration fans, myself included, have with the live action movies is that they don't properly adapt the comics. Ben Affleck's Batman, for example, uses guns like Flashpoint Batman and seems much more like a vigilante than a hero. This is just one example of the misrepresentation of DC's characters. In animation, however, the characters and stories are often ripped directly from the comics, especially in the New 52 animated universe. Additionally, many of the New 52 animated movies are a direct adaptation of famous comic book stories. For example, Justice League War is a nearly panel-by-panel adaptation of Jeff Johns and Jim Lee's Justice League Volume 1. There's something nice about having consistency between the forms of media you consume, as it removes much of the initial confusion. Something else I want to mention is the humanity of the characters in DC animation, as opposed to the often cynical, overpowered, and unnecessarily dark characters in live-action movies. The DCAU is filled with compassionate, empathetic, and heroic figures. The characters use a mixture of positive and negative responses to certain events to evoke a feeling of balance and humanity. Again, I don't really see this in many of the DCEU's characters outside of Wonder Woman and maybe Shazam. I should also mention that I actually have high hopes for DC's live-action movies now that James Gunn announced their new plan. Consistency of quality is key. It's a bad idea to have certain projects be breathtaking and others terrible, as the inconsistency between them will annoy the audience. With a few exceptions, DC's animated movies are well written, produced, voice acted, and edited. Personally, my favorite DC animated movie is Batman Under the Red Hood, which I've ranted about far too much on this channel already. Anyway, thanks for watching, and take care.